Okay guys, let's start with Sketchpub. We have to find some interesting mesh. I think it will be like a lantern with chain. This chain will have some physics inside. We will rig this mesh inside Blender, and after that we will add physics inside Unreal. So let's start from here. We have to choose downloadable. I think we can choose some stylized lantern. Yep. We don't need animated because we will rig this mesh manually inside Blender. So we need to find some mesh with chain already. So yeah, why not? Something like this, but we need to find some free. So yeah, I think I used before in my previous projects some lantern with chain, but I can see this one. Okay, I think this one can be interesting for us. Yep, it's stylized. It has some chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we'll add some additional chains, maybe 1, maybe 2, I don't know. We'll see. And yep, it's free, so we can download here. Thank you, Scuffed Props. I hope you don't mind to use it. So yep, download, and let's move on to Blender. Okay, let's start with Blender. I use Blender version 4.1. To be honest, it doesn't matter. You can choose wherever you want. Here in File, we can create a new project here. Press A to choose everything and press delete to delete everything. So now we have to import our new FBX mesh here. After this, you can leave all settings inside. We will change the settings later. Okay, after import, our mesh looks quite big. We have to scale down a little bit. I think like this. We can also add some mesh. I like to see how it will look like. I think it's fine right now. To be honest, in this tutorial, it doesn't matter right now. But yeah, we have to add some chain, I think. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, it's not enough. Okay, I think we can add some, maybe 2. Okay, yeah, why not? We can choose this part. And as you can see, this pivot point only here. And if I want to change it, I have to use this one. It's not so good, and I even prefer to use some shortcuts. We can use G and press Z, but it's still not so comfortable. We have to use another pivot point. We can set this origin to geometry. Okay, now we can use this one, and it will change the transforms only here. So yeah, I think we can use this pivot here and press J and Z and just move it here a little bit. And let's do the same for chain. I think we can just use yeah, we have to use this one, I think. Yeah, probably because this part should connect with this one, but only the last chain looks like this. So I think we can do like this. So we can choose this and this. Probably no, we'll use this one. It doesn't matter. Okay, set origin to geometry. Yeah. Shift T to duplicate, and press G and that. Something like that. Press R and Y. Oh, sorry. And that. Yeah. R and Z and 90 degree. Yeah. I recommend you to use only shortcut, but it depends on you. Yeah, and I think we can just... Yeah, it's quite okay. You can duplicate it more. Yeah. G, I said. Here. Sorry. That here. Right thing here. Okay. I think, yeah, chain a little bit different, but right now it doesn't matter. We have to use this part to connect with the base part, like this mesh. So we can add back like this. I think it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, let's move on. So we have to rig this mesh. We will add some bones here. So there are a lot of options how to do this. I mean, we can add only here some bones, but I prefer to do this from basic and for everything. Maybe later, like you want some changes with these basic parts. Maybe it will bend a little bit because of I don't know, wind or something like that. But right now it doesn't matter. We have to simulate only this part, and we have to have some kinematic part. We will discuss it later in Unreal. So we have to make some bones from here. Okay, here, like here. Yeah, and we have some chains for bones, sorry, for every part. Yep, like this. And this part should be kinematic, and this part too. But this part should be simulated. But we will discuss it later in Unreal already. Right now we have to rig this. Okay, let's move on. I prefer to delete this. Sorry, I don't remember. Yeah, you can delete these annotations. By the way, you can choose wherever you want color. Just to draw something, just to discuss something, just press D and you can add everything you want. So yeah, and you can delete it here. Okay, let's move on. But first, I prefer to check UV. Sometimes it can be removed after duplicated. So, but as I can see, for new chain is fine. Yeah, it looks fine, like before. Every chain, right? Okay, yeah. Just check. And let's move on. We have to join everything together, and we can press A. Set origin to geometry. I mean, like something like this. Set origin to geometry. Yep. And press Ctrl G. Yeah, you have only one mesh right now inside. Now we have to rig this part. Press Shift A and use armature. I prefer to use wireframe shading. Here, our firstborn. As I said before, we have to create some bones here. And we have to use edit mode or press stop. And use G and Z to change it a little bit. Press E and Z to add the new one. Press E and Z to the new one. Press E and X to add it here and here. So right now we have to add some additional bone only here, just to connect kinematic part. We will discuss it later in Unreal, as I said before. So yeah, add some right here. I think we have to move a little bit here. Yep, something like that. Yeah. And right now we have to move bones for every chain, for each chain between each other. And the last one should be only here. So let's move on. Yeah, and the last bone should be only for this part. Yeah, we can see that it's not in the center or something like that, but to be honest, in this tutorial it doesn't matter. But we have to pay attention that every bone should be inside for every chain. They should connect between each other. Yeah, and also pay attention that there are a lot of difference how to rig this one. We can assign some different vertex groups for each part. Yeah, but to be honest, in this tutorial, I don't know, it's not preferable, and I think we can just use automatic weights. So let's move on and we'll see. Okay, now we can choose our basic mesh, shift and press our armature and press Ctrl E. Use automatic weights. As I said before, we can make some vertex group for each part of this mesh and assign for each bone, but right now we will use just automatic weights. Yeah, we can see how it will look like. Let's move on to solid and use here weight paint. As you can see, it's automatic weights. It's quite okay. Yeah. We can also check our armature, how it will look like. Use pose mode just to check that it looks fine. Yeah, it's quite okay. Hey. So right now we have to save our transformers here. Press Ctrl A and all transforms. And we have to export this mesh to Unreal. So you can choose Export, F by X, and use the same settings. Do not use other options. Okay guys, let's continue with Unreal. I use Unreal Engine 5. You can choose Unreal Engine 5 or 4, it doesn't matter to be honest, because physics assets are almost the same. So let's continue with import our mesh, which we did before in Blender. So here we can choose skeletal mesh and import mesh. Do not choose any skeleton. And also in advanced section, we can choose create physics asset. It will be generated automatically and assign it for our skeletal mesh. And also in material section, we do not need any material and textures. We will import them later if we need. So import all. We have some warnings, do not worry about it. Yeah, and save it. And let's move on physics asset. Here it was automatically generated some capsules, but not for every bones. We have more bones here, as you can see, so we'll generate them with these tools. Let's add capsules here and create body for all bones here. So let's generate them. As you can see, we have some more capsules inside. Yeah, so let's continue to work with. We can just move it a little bit. To be honest, it doesn't matter for our tutorial here, but just move a little bit. Yeah, let's discuss about simulation part and kinematic part. As we discussed before, this part should be static. We don't need any simulation here, and we need only simulated this part. So if we do not add any kinematic parts, our mesh just will be distracted, I think. So we can see this. It's not what we need, right? So let's add some kinematic parts and simulation parts. So this here, here, and here should be kinematic. And all other bones, let's just hide them. Add them simulated and save it. So let's see how it looks like here. We see that we have some already simulation. Yeah, and do not pay attention to how it looks like with capsules. Maybe it's enough for our tutorial. Maybe it will look fine. But yeah, in a perfect world, we have to make some space between each other, change collision between each other, and constraints. So let's see how it will look like inside Sim. Okay, save it. And let's create some blueprint class. It should be actor. Let's call it lantern tutorial blueprint. Open it. Yeah, here we can add skeletal mesh. Let's call it lantern, obviously, and add our skeletal mesh here. So it's quite big, yeah, but to be honest, it doesn't matter. We can change it later. Or we can change some scales inside our Blender project or inside here in Unreal. So yep, compile, save it, and let's see how it will look like inside Sim. Yeah, it's quite big mesh, but right now it doesn't matter. So we need to check how it will be simulated inside Sim. So here we can simulate it, and nothing changed here because we have to add some simulation settings inside Blueprint for skeletal mesh. We can check how simulation generates and add physics actor. Compile and save. Let's check and move it. I think it's quite good already. Yeah, why not? Yep. But I think we can change some settings for constraints because, as you can see, our simulation parts can be not so smooth maybe inside. So okay, let's come back to physics asset. Here we can choose only simulation parts. In graph editor we have some constraints part. Constraints part is like constraint between every capsules. So we can choose all of them. And here we can check that they are limited. And maybe swing and twist can be changed. For example, 20, okay, 25, 25, okay. And maybe twist only for 20. Yep. And here we can change angular drive mode for slurp or maybe for twist and swing. I think that twist and swing will be more comfortable and it will look like more aesthetic maybe, or maybe like in real life. So let's edit twist and swing. We can change all these settings too, but let's move on and leave it as default. So save it. Let's see how it look like. I think it's more smooth. And it doesn't rotate for... Yeah, it doesn't rotate inside. So it looks like in real life, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. Let's scale it a little bit. Like this. Something like that. Okay, it's fine. Okay, guys, right now we have to check our collision with other objects, like skeletal mesh or static mesh. As you can see, I added some textures. I imported them and create a material. Assign it inside blueprint here. So, and right now let's check a collision. So we can add like a static mesh, for example, this part. It's part of mesh, maybe. It doesn't matter. Okay, just it more. Okay, yeah, and just simulate. Okay, it works. It has some collision. Looks perfect. Yeah, chain look fine. Yeah, 1 to 2, so yeah, it's like a static mesh. We can also check out our collision with actor. This is a third-person template, default template from Unreal, so we can just select viewport. And let's check how it will look like with actor. Yeah, it works fine. It has collision. This collision looks perfect, I think. Yeah. So you can choose this simple way to add some physics to your maybe project, game project, cinematic parts, and so on. So hope you like it. And this is my first tutorial. So thank you so much. See ya, guys.